Hi, everybody. It's your girl Crystal from Today's Focus for Crystal, and I have my girl Janice here, and she's going to be talking about her lip line. Today is Valentine's Day, so everybody going to be out giving smooches. So you want to have your lips looking real good. You know what I'm saying? Healthy, nice, and smooth. So Janice going to tell us all about her product, how you can get it, how you can keep your lips moisturized and cared for, especially in the times when it's cold. So, Janice, just tell the people about yourself, who you are, and what you do.
Hi, everybody. My name's Janice Jameer. I am a woman in tech. So I am from a background where I have taught computing, programming, etc. But I used my skills for my passion, and originally, I've come from a food background. And I remember coming to Maryland in 2016 and sharing my seasonings there. And that's the time at which I connected with Crystal. We
Yeah.
didn't get to meet because there was a storm. I remember that.
Yes.
And it was one of those storms that you just couldn't drive out. And anyway, since that time, I decided to use the same method to promote something else that I was passionate about. And it came about as the result of my own experience. So during lockdown, during COVID, we were working remotely, for those of us who were able to work, and even just being at home. And then all my lips just here started to no matter how much Vaseline I used, it was like crocodile skin. And I was like, how do I get rid of this? I just don't know how. And you put lipstick, you put balm, you put everything on, it just wasn't working. So I tried to find solutions. And in trying to find solutions, I found something that maybe other people might be interested in. And so I decided to package it, sell it. And this is where I am now with Charming Collections, and that's how it was born. I trademarked my product, and I didn't quite have the money to go to somebody else to do trademarking, but I had studied as a food inspector, so I understood a lot about compliance, legal compliance, and due diligence. So I went through the process. I was challenged. No, there was a challenge, possible challenge, but because my products were vegan, the other company with a similar name did not challenge, and I got my trademark certificate. So, what I helped other people to do is to be able to take their product from just an idea in their mind to something they're actually going to launch, and then also find diverse ways of selling and scaling their business. So I help businesses as well as sell my products.
You know what? That's so amazing because I actually gonna need those services because I have an awesome idea that I literally just sent to Shark Tank because Shark Tank is getting ready to relaunch their show, and they're doing what do you call those, interviews or trying to
Yes.
figure out, casting calls. So I sent in my product. So I need to definitely get with you about that so you can help me trademark it because I was like, I ain't got a trademark, but I was like, let me just do it because, what can it hurt? At least it'll be out there. So yeah, so tell
Mhm.
people about how you did the concept with it being vegan because most lipsticks and lip care probably have some type of animal product in it. So what made you decide to go to the vegan aspect of things with your lip balm?
Well, like most people, I tried for myself when I was creating it. Let me mix something with Vaseline and see how it would. And then in my research, found out that research that Vaseline is actual petrolatum, petrol basically. And if you really go to the depths of it, where they're getting it, it's really ultimately dead bodies that have
Nuh-uh,
changed into oil, also minerals and everything mixed
nuh-uh,
up in
nuh-uh,
there.
nuh-uh.
So I don't know if you've ever seen a Vaseline tub with vegan friendly or vegetarian. You
No.
haven't, and there's a reason why. So they
Wow.
can't make those claims. So I thought, let me find something that is vegan. Now I know a lot of people use shea butter, so that's where I started making something with shea butter. But I said, there's so many people doing shea butter. You know, what can I do that's different?
Yes.
So I then started exploring and then exploring textures. For me, texture, taste. Now, if it's vegan, you should be able to, if you happen to eat it, you shouldn't die. So I had to think of toxicity. And as I said to you, I studied food microbiology. So I had to think about those elements as well. And I then started to research. I hope I'm answering your question. I started to research how much of each element is allowed or permissible or good for the lips. So that's how I went about that research.
How
And
long
then I
did it
started looking at color.
take?
But yeah, go ahead.
How long did it take you to from the actual having the idea to putting it in physical form?
I would say, about probably about the 3-month mark, but that was the period and duration for the trademark before I could get the certificate. Because when you apply for a trademark, um, I don't know if you ever see products with TM,
Yes.
that's really a trademark pending. So even in the process of you going through the trademark process with the government, you can advertise it as trademark pending. When you see the R, that means that you've got your certificate of registration. But most people still use TM because that's what the public see.
Wow.
Um, yeah, so I had it ready, but there were things that I had to consider for the due diligence. So there's a lot of documentation, which includes your product information file. You have to make sure you include. I thought I would have had it here. I do, but it's over there. You have to include a statement of uh, if you're not making medical claims, you have to have a disclaimer. You know, so you have to think about all of those. So that's where it took me to about 6 months because you have to make sure your paperwork is in order before you sell. Now, a lot of people do not do that; they just sell anyway. But there could be legislative claims against you if you're not careful. So
Wow.
it's really important to do things right. You know, that's what I encourage.
So my other question is, because I'm in the United States and you're in London, right? Would the
Hmm.
process be different here than it is in London, or could you assist somebody in America to help them get traded, to get their product traded as well?
I could assist them, but for the legal side of it, I would definitely get somebody who is in the States. Now, if I take you back to my experience when I came in 2016 to Maryland,
Mhm.
one of the things that I faced is that each, oh goodness, I don't know if you call them county or each district or whatever, have different laws. So, for instance, the legislation for um, in Detroit might be different to Chicago, might be different to New York, might be different to DC
Mm.
for trading in your cosmetics. I'm not sure if, well, for food, that's how it was. For cosmetics, that's still something to explore, but believe that is the same because in some states, that's it states, in some states, you could just create your thing and sell it. In some states, if you created an item and you wanted to sell it without your paperwork, without doing your due diligence, and without contacting the relevant authorities, you could be fined. You know, or worse still, somebody could make a claim against you for allergy. Allergies are a really big thing at the moment. So if somebody dies as a result, and I know it sounds really extreme for a lip product, but there needs to be microbial testing, etc. There are some exceptions. It's best practice, to do microbial. But if your product is completely oil based, completely oil, there's no water, no chemicals added, or you can do your product information file, do all the other things on the website. And testing is a recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
It is best practice if you are going to sell abroad, but to sell locally, it's not absolutely compulsory. You know, you won't be fined. But that's my next step, the testing, microbial testing. But everything costs. I must
Right.
warn you.
I'm
Yeah.
sure. I'm sure it does. What doesn't cost? So, um, before we get to the cost, how did you jump from the food industry to the beauty industry, and not just a Pacific? Like,
Mhm.
you went to a Pacific trade, which is the lips, and the lips can be, I feel like when it comes to makeup, sometimes the lips are like the last, because even when you do makeup, the lips are the last thing you deal with when you put it on your makeup. You put on your foundation, your lashes, everything. And the last thing you do is put on them lips. But the lips be dry though. The lips, I
Yeah.
done had people do my makeup and put my lips down.
Yeah.
I'm like, my lips dry. She just going over my dry lips. Like, you're not going to moisturize? Like, where's the moisturizer at? And so it's amazing that you bounce from the food industry because you are really big in the food industry, and then you jumped into the lip business, lip care business. How did your food business, your experience from being in that industry, help you build your lip care business?
So the experience was um, going from the idea to experimenting and then having other people try it out. So what I did with the cosmetics is I had other people that would try it out, give me their feedback. You know, do I need to consider texture? Is there a difference in formulation? Is it too oily, etc., etc.? So I had people test it first. So when you asked how long did it take, part of that period included giving away to other people the different parts of my product so that they can try it and feed back to me because I'm creating it for other people, similar to food. Then I had to look at the due diligence because I'm trained as a food inspector. So I'm really quite adamant about getting my paperwork right. So I had to look into what are the things that need to be done. Now, there are many companies. It got to a point where there was just a few companies who do it. But if you don't know and you've never been in the food industry or any other industry like that, you think, oh no, I've got to find this. I can't start because I haven't got this money. And what there are things you can do yourself, and a lot of times it's just lack of knowledge. It is a recommendation if you are going to put your product, for instance, in a supermarket, you will then need to use one of these companies because that's who they know, have the standard. So going from one to the other was basically mirroring the methods and the processes, but where the differences lay is in doing my research about what I needed to provide to make sure I was compliant. That was the interesting part of the process. And I really think that if you have a physical product, if you go to a physical product, it must be something you enjoy because you could get, tangled up in the paperwork and not really enjoy it so much. So because I enjoy good food, I was putting on too much weight. I also had a need for the lips, which I saw other people with, and it didn't take as much energy from me. So I thought, let me just do lips because that's something I see. There's enough people doing cosmetics. So let me concentrate on one part of the face. And I chose the lips because it is the gateway to a beautiful smile.
That is so true. And the great thing about it is that you have the experience from being able to mix different things. Was it difficult when it came to blending and saying, okay, this worked, this doesn't work? and the vegan approach, did you think you would get a lot of support because it was vegan, or are you kind of in your own lane when it comes to having a vegan lip product?
Well, I'm from the vegan community anyway, because all my cooking was vegan. So I was already within that community and already vegan myself. So it was just an extension of that, from food to something that was a cosmetic. And there's enough people doing hand cream and face cream and gels. I just wondered who was doing something for lips. And I did look at other products. I'm not going to name names, but even the vegan products with all the oils, they still had chemicals. And that's what I wanted to eradicate. How could I do it naturally without chemicals, but still preserve it?
Okay, so let's go into a quick commercial really quick. And we're gonna just do share what you got here. So far as the website, the website here is id2live.sumupstore.com, where people can go and actually purchase the products here. And then you have your Etsy's website, where people can purchase. Are you able to see the screen?
I can't see the Etsy
Oh, okay.
screen.
Yeah, so I'm sharing it right now. So it's two ways that people can order. So how can people order your product?
Okay, so they can order my products on the website, either through Etsy or through the SumUp store. And that's another part of the whole experience that I will give to others, is make sure that you find some way of taking payments. And in so doing, it created an online store. I was like, wow. So they can go to Etsy, Charmaine Shop, which is CHARMAYNE shop, or they can go to id2live.sumupstore.com. And my middle name is Charmaine, which is where Charming Collections comes from. Okay, so the images are not showing as well there, but that is the shop. That is Charmaine's shop. And I do have some products on there. And just as a side note, with the food, I won 3 gourmet awards for 3 of my seasonings. In the same way, this product is like a gourmet artisan product. So I don't do big batches. So I do customized orders, and these include different packages. So you've got this package, which has its own stick, the lip glider, and it also has a mirror, just to show you. It also has a mirror, so you could be on the go and make sure you have your lip glider to apply, or lip applicator, you could call it. So we've got these, and we've also got them as handbags. I will have to take one out, but if I just show you, basically, this is what I had on demo. Can you see the bag? So this is actually a lipstick. So if you press the button, it will come out the other end, and then you have your lipstick. So if you're going out, you can have something that looks glamorous. And I do those two are specifically for customized orders. So I do customized coloring, and my emphasis is on creating lip care for people of women of color. So I use darker shades. So this one is the Moulin Rouge. I also do like the chocolates. If I tip it, the Moulin Rouge. I also do the chocolates, the nude, and we also have the same thing for men and women. So within this was our Valentine's pack. So we have a small one which is rose scented, and we have a small one which is bergamot scented, which is for the male. And it has your own labels, so you can put your own little love message on it to each other. And a lot of them come in these cute little bags. We also have these cute bags. We also have our gold collection, which again is all the colored versions. And we have our exfoliating kit, and I'm going to demonstrate today how it's all done. So this small kit is easy to post, so it's not expensive, sorry, to post to you. So Charming Collections, the exfoliating kit.
You have an exfoliate kit, lipstick, and an actual like lip balm. And you have male and female, so you have unisex products.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
yes.
And we have lip oils, and I deliberately chose packaging that was unisex. So that's the lip oil that could be used for male or female, and this would be the associated lip balm, lip butter. And there is a difference. We also include the vitamin B water, which is one of the things, we'll talk about that afterwards, which is one of the things that I'm missing from our beautiful lip regime.
Awesome. We're gonna go into a quick commercial break. So I want to go over the magazine that we have here. The magazine we have here that you can see if you wanted to advertise your business with us. All you have to do is go to or call. Matter of fact, the best thing to do is call, and you could go 617-564-1196. And it's a flip magazine, as you can see. And in this magazine, you can actually play videos. You can actually have a button where people can actually purchase or contact you. So it is a very active magazine. It's called, this is actually the health magazine called The Truth. We have several different magazines on where you can actually get into our magazine, far as The Truth Health Magazine, Food Magazine, Food and Wine. We have the Beauty Magazine as well. Where did she go? So yeah, so hopefully if you guys want to advertise in our magazine, again, we have several publications. We also have our music magazine that's catered to just artists, music industry, things that's happening now in the music industry, different concerts, events, highlights of different events. And then we also have our DMV vendor directory magazine as well, where you can advertise if you're a local business in the DMV. So these are all our magazine opportunities, which I think is very, very great. The lowest you can get into a magazine is just for $50. So you can start advertising without breaking the bank. So we're going to get back to Janice. So again, you guys can follow Janice or go to her website at candalee.com and see more about her products. I'm excited because, like you said, one interesting thing you said something about lip water. What is that?
Lip.
You said lip water.
Lip oil. Lip water. Yes. I just let me see if I can find it
lip
now.
water.
Just had to go to the car because I I did an exhibition on Sunday, and there's a lot of content around. And you'll see a lot of people. So this is the lip water.
Okay.
So it's a atomizer. It's like a spray. Yeah. So you would spray that on the cloth for your lips, or even on your lips if you wanted to. But what has happened when I was looking and researching why the lips are chapping like that, and no matter what I put on it, it's just not fixing the problem. All
Mhm.
it's doing is, I don't know if you've ever seen a dog or with matted fur. It's just matting up. It's just not getting. It's just caking up the
Right.
balm and the right. So it's just looking worse and worse. And so in my research, I found out that it could be a sign of a lack of vitamin B. So besides the ingested vitamin B, which is the food side of me, I also had to look at what product is out there already, or what can I do to get the vitamin B in.
Mm.
And when I looked at the different cosmetic products that are out there wasn't anything for lips. So I tried to think of what do we put on our face that has vitamin B, and I had to find one that was sensitive enough to put on the skin of the lips, because that's a very sensitive skin, and uh, what was vegan as well. And I found a water which had to be done under lab conditions. It's not something I could do. You can't just take tap water and pour it in here, mix it with some scent. That's not how it works.
I'm sure.
So this is a French micellar water, um, that I have actually used and applied to my products. So in the process, I would, and I'm going to show you how I do it. In the process, I would add this so that at least that is on the lips
Okay.
and it can be absorbed. So the same thing that you would do with your face for a facial, you would exfoliate, you would then apply hydration, then moisture, and then your color. So my product can actually be
So
used
can
as a
you repeat that
primer.
one more time, the steps for the lips? Because that's an important step that you just said. Those 3 steps is very important.
Yes. Yeah.
So can
I
you?
could show you and you'll remember
Yes,
so much
yes.
more.
And you know one thing
Okay.
I want to say is as I'm getting I'm not even putting the age on me no more. I said I'm not doing. I'm gonna do it like like the people over there in India. They're like, how old am I? I don't know. But at the end of the day, we have to make sure that we keep ourselves being looking and being youthful. And sometimes when we're young, we're definitely
Mhm.
not considering vitamin B2, B12. We're not thinking about are we getting enough vitamin C? We're not thinking about those things. And as we
No.
age, especially when we start to intake alcohol in our system, I feel
Mhm.
that once you start to drink, it rips those vitamins away from your body. Not only that, if you're adding alcohol to your regimen and then you're also eating fast food, that's kind of also taking away a lot of your natural vitamins. We have to figure out a way to get them back in, because what happens is it strips us and it starts to show in our skin, meaning our skin can become dry, flaky. You can start having dandruff. We can start having cracked lips. Our eyebrows and stuff start thinning, and we like, what's going on? When I was in my 20s, honey, I was popping. But when you was in your 20s and your teens, you wasn't drinking alcohol, you wasn't staying up all night, you wasn't trying to get up in the morning to rush to work, you wasn't dealing with a man that was stressing you out, you didn't have children that was stressing you out. You didn't just say, let me hurry up and get this cheeseburger because I'm tired. You didn't go to sleep on a full stomach. You played, you ran around, you laughed, you joked, you enjoyed life more. So but when we get older,
Mm,
those things kind of like slowly sleep away if we don't pay it any attention. So I think this is really, really
yeah.
good because I have a morning routine. I just did a YouTube video on my morning routine. So this would be something that I can definitely add into my regimen, because I'm like, what about my lips? what about my lips? So I'm glad you came up with this, because now my lips don't have to feel all alone, because I do my aloe vera and my honey on my skin, and I massage my face, and then I put it on my lips. But I'm like, it gotta be a little bit something more I can do for my lips to get the plumpness back, to just get the healthiness back in the lips without having to go to cosmetic a cosmetic route, non-surgical
Yeah.
or surgical route. So I think this is really good. So tell the people about the steps that you just said to do and to take about your lips.
Right, so I'm going to take you through the steps. So even though I've done my lips, usually I would make sure my lips are dry. And usually this is something you'd only do once a week, I would advise, because you kind of expose your lips, so you have to make it heal. So it will heal over. It will feel a little bit like it's getting a bit hard or whatever. And this is where you continue to apply the oil. So if I just go through the steps. So I've got the exfoliator. So the exfoliator has coconut sugar. Now, another thing is the ingredients that I use them for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just because it was vegan. I could use normal sugar, but there's a reason why I don't use normal sugar. Um, there's a lot of exfoliators and scrubs out there with just normal white sugar,
Yeah,
but each thing plays its part. And so when we think of that, it's layering, just like with food. When I do seasoning, each thing, each flavor, each thing layers and layers with the nutrients that you need and the goodness that you need to, like you said, plump up your lips and make them feel good again. So
yeah.
anyway, I'm going to take out some of my the exfoliator. So I'll take some of that out. It's not going to look pretty, but I'm going to do it. So here's my lips. Take a picture. So although that's before, and I've already done my lips before I came on, let me just remove all of that. So my normal lips. So I'm going to make sure I add some water. So I've got to wet my lips a bit. So, okay, so you would wet your lips, then you would apply the exfoliator to your wet cotton bud or tissue, and you gently rub. Like I said, it wouldn't look pretty, but to get pretty, you have to do some of these steps. Then after this step, I will get my lip towel, still with a bit of the exfoliator on my lips. And we include a lip towel. I don't know if you could see that. This is a lip towel. I would then this, pop it in water. Wish you could see it. I did have the cups, but it becomes this, a towel that you open up. When you put it in the water, it expands. And I just wouldn't open it too much. So whilst it's still wet, I would then add my vitamin B. I would spray it on it. And then in a circular motion, rub the lips. So as you can see, the sugar has come off. And if I had dry lips and dry pieces, you would see it all. You see the bits of dry skin there. So that's that part. Now, because we want to now make sure that our lips are just dry around the side of my lips so that I look a bit better. So now that we've completely opened up the pores on the lips, We've added the vitamin B. We now want to add the oil. So the oil would be this. I'm going to have to use it as I have no other one. So the oils have a roller ball, and one of the things is it being cold is really good for your lips and soothing. So you just apply the oil. I don't know if that begins to look a bit different to you. Can you see my lips now, Crystal?
Yes, yes, yes. I can see it. They look really nice. Oh my goodness. That is really nice. It's shiny. They look plumper. It's amazing.
Now, the thing is, it's not going to stay oily. So this is another thing I needed to get around. How do I stop it being so oily? So I've used oils. There are some oils that are like astringents. They remove the oiliness. So you can let that dry for a little while. And then the next step would be for you to add the lip butter. Now, this is made with mango butter. I don't use shea butter in this. So this is more part of the healing regime. And this is the lip butter. I don't know if you can see that. And it's just a plain, no color added. So if I just show you the texture, when I'm taking it out, it's more like a butter. Yeah. And then you apply the lip butter to your lips. And if you notice, I'm using a lip applicator. We sell these as well on the shop. So if you just want your lip applicator, so I get these so that the coldness is something to be said about the coldness on your lips. It just soothing. It's really soothing. I have to remember I'm on air and I'm not at home by myself. Else I'd stay there with the applicator for too long. And here's my lips now.
Wow.
So I've gone through the process. It is a bit it's not going to stay oily like this. Because the other thing is you don't want things that make you look like you've just been eating chicken, fried chicken, fried food. And then the last thing I'm going to add is you could either use a colored lip butter, or I'm looking to see if we have them here. Or what I'm going to use is one of our gloss. We sold everything. So here we go. Here's the gloss. And just so that you can see, this is the rose gold one. I have to
Wow,
be
rose
careful as I'm over my computer. And that is it. It doesn't drip. It's rose. So this is the color, just to see the color. Don't know if you can see the color.
I see the color. It's very
Better?
nice.
Yeah. Um, I use that for demos, so couldn't put that back in my. So I have another one here, and I will just apply the Moulin Rouge. Now, remember, I did say you can use your own. So after the step of using just the lip butter, you could use this whole process as the primer, like the base. And then afterwards, as the oiliness wears off, then you can add your own lip product, whatever it is, and apply it to your lips. So this is my lips
That's really amazing.
after.
And it's
But
no
it won't stay shiny like that because the jojoba is going to get rid of some of that oiliness.
okay. But how
Yeah.
often should one like apply it then to keep it oily? Or you say you can use that along with another product as well if you wanted to.
Yeah. So the actual going through the process of the exfoliation, I would only do that once a week. You may not even need to do it every week, maybe once every 2 weeks. If you are using the oil constantly, you will find that it will naturally keep your lips really, what do I say, not hydrated,
Mhm.
and you won't find those hard edges or pieces on your lips. And then also with the lip butter, as a base, you'll find that it will provide what you need. Now, I had done this with the two people that were helping me at the beginning before we started trading, and they didn't have to apply anything. And it was up till about 6 o'clock. They had eaten food, they had eaten their roti and their curry and had drink, and there was no feeling of dryness. So it's one of those things where it provides a really good base for whatever else you want to add to your lips. Or if that's all you want to use for the day, I would say just walk with your lip oil and keep applying it. And just side note, these are in Bermuda at the moment, so they're being sold in Bermuda.
Wow.
I have somebody there who'll be selling it, so it's closer to yourselves.
So you got to send me some over here in the United States so I can help you sell it, girl. I need some so I can help, market that thing, do some YouTube tutorials
And, and
to
I
get.
see that you're very particular about your lips as well and your makeup, which is
Yeah.
really important. But like you said, most people forget the lips.
Yes, yes. Well, honestly, God is so good. I only really wear blush. Everything that you see is just blush. And I just, darken my eyebrows a little bit, thicken them up, and put on some pink lipstick. So I don't have on foundation. I don't have on concealer. I don't have on any of that stuff. I just have
Oh, that's
on
beautiful.
blush. But I have a regimen, a facial regimen that I do every morning, and they can check that out on YouTube, where you can use aloe vera and honey. So that's what I do. But like I said, the lips was definitely missing. So this is very great. This is a great product. And again, tell the people how they can purchase, how they can support you, follow you. If you have Facebook and Instagram, just let the people know.
It's funny you should say aloe vera. There is a young lady who does vegan products, cosmetics. So I said she had like overstock. So she wanted to know if I could, help her shift some of the things, and she wanted to help me as well. So I actually have aloe vera as well, aloe vera gel that people can access. And if you see this on the website, it's Davis Finest, and they sell everywhere really at the moment. But yeah, so aloe vera is good. You can find me on Charming Collection, CHARMYNG Collections, on Instagram and on Facebook. Please like, share, subscribe. I'm just building that up, the digital platforms. But another thing that I did just to help people, if you're starting your business, also think of a way of giving people the experience. So on the day in the stalls, in the stall, I sold the experience. So we did a lip makeover. Yeah, we did a lip makeover, and we did before and after pictures. So you'll see some of those eventually on the site and on our platforms, and you'll see the difference it made to people. So if you have a product, always think about different ways of extending your product besides just selling the container. Here you are, buy it.
Right.
There are other ways of making business. So, like I said, being an entrepreneur, I help people. This is my case study, but I help people with their products and their ideas to take it beyond just the physical product you see here to the digital platforms and the digital communication. So there are things happening, communications happening that people don't see, and that's basically by using my CRM. So I mix the digital world with the physical world. So if you contact me, as it says there, on calendly.com, Janice Weir Jamir, then we can talk through some of the things that you would like to consider for your business and see if we're both a good fit and if I can help you extend your business beyond just an idea in your head. Or even if you have a physical product, but you don't know where to take it, how to take it, what to do, I'm your girl.
That's awesome. So not only are you able to are not only are you selling your lip product, but you're taking your experience from being able to learn yourself how to trademark and patent to actually helping other people, which I think is amazing that you're doing that, because a lot of people have ideas and don't know what to do. Like I have had ideas, and later on I saw it done, or like almost close to my idea, and I'm like, daggone, I had that idea first, but you don't have, the way a way to get it out. So I think that's very important that you are even offering that. That's awesome, because I'm going to be one of your customers for sure, because I have a great opportunity that I think everybody, I'm actually using my product right now, and
Mm.
it's safe, it's good, and all that, but only you going to know what that is until we get it trademarked.
Yes, I do an NDA, but I also do another a document where it's between myself and the customer. So I have had others referred them on to co-packers. That's another thing that I learned when I was in the States. So I share that because it was shared with me. And I didn't realize, oh, co-packers can do this. So eventually I won't be making this myself,
Mhm.
but it will be made to my formulation, etc. It is a big investment, but it's an even smaller investment considering your time, considering you want to scale and succeed. It then requires other people to do it for you. And sometimes you have to let go of some things, not let go of it, but you let go of some roles within, your own business makeup so that you can be free to be the CEO and to have a strategic mindset.
So at the end of the show, what I always like to do is I always like to ask my interviewers to give 3 tips to somebody who might be interested in doing what you're doing, because everybody wants to do something. So for somebody who's out
Mm.
there, one who's transitioning from one type of business into another business, and also for somebody who has an idea and want to get started, what are the 3 tips that you would give them to just get the ball rolling?
So in this day and age, you can use AI, Chat GPT, to find out to do help you do your research. So research is important. So find out, you know, who needs this, because you need to create an avatar or a person that you are going to sell to or an audience. Don't make it too wide because it will make it really difficult for you to sell. Secondly, look into any, if it's a physical, so I'm looking at physical products. What are the compliance requirements? What, if any, legislation? And if you want to trademark it, what are the things that you need to have prepared? What do you want to trademark? Is it just the logo? Is it the product? You can trademark different aspects. And then thirdly, I would say go ahead and do it. Create it, get people testing it, get them feeding back to you so that and get them to give you testimonials. So you build your business on testimonials. I haven't put mine all up on the site yet, but they are going to be there, and it's so important that you have testimonials, you have proof of concept, and you are seen as an authority. So once you do those things, it provides, this is all foundation. Once you've provided that foundation, no one can take it away from you
That's right.
because you've done your research, you've got your trademark or your patent pending, and you've also got the feedback from real people who have used it, and you even get ideas that you didn't think about. So like my seasoning, for instance, I shared it out. I've got videos, etc. But one person says, this is very nice in wine. And I'm like, wine? I hadn't considered my seasoning for wine, and I don't drink alcohol. But apparently this person said that when you put this particular seasoning in it, it makes it amazing. I was like, oh, another industry. So yeah, so you'd be surprised at who else might be interested in your particular industry. I'm going to the modeling industry with my kits. So yeah, find your audience, do your research, get yourself trademarked, be the authority, and have proof of concept.
That's amazing. So basically, Be bold, go out there and find your audience, build your testimonials so you can become that expert that everybody can, come to, because once you build those things, no one can take that away from you once you get that concept down.
And don't ever look down on it. It was the second time that somebody had approached me to do a stall. They said it's only £30 for a table. And I'm like, oh, what is this? Okay, let me just do it. Let me just go for it. And it made me have to think, all right, what am I going to put on this stall? So sometimes somebody else has to trigger you to do something about where you want to go. Just like Crystal triggered me to get on this live and do something, because I said I need to advertise because I'm not working for anybody right now, and in a situation where it's either, I've got to pay my bills, got to pay my mortgage, I'm in a situation and I need to get myself out. So if you are that person too, don't sit on the fence, do something.
Do something, absolutely. And again, so Janice, this is a great interview. I'm so glad that we got to talk. It's so much that you shared that I didn't even have a clue that you was going to be talking about pattern. So we got to get you back on the show to talk about, just focus on keys of pattern or business, getting your ideas pattern. And then I want you to come on at least once a week to just talk about, spices
Okay.
and vegan eating and different things that people can do to create that vegan meal, because it's very important. All of that goes in your skin. That goes to make your skin better, the way you eat, the way you feel, and all those things. So I think it's a great idea. I'm happy to support you in any way that I can. So again, I'm going to share the screen here with the Etsy shop. We're going to go
One last thing. In my research, you asked me why vegan. I did find out that there's three main things that you would find in lip products, which includes formaldehyde, which is to embalm dead bodies, lead, which you should not be consuming in any way or should not be absorbed into your skin. And I think copper was the other. Is it copper was the other one? But I know formaldehyde and lead. And for that reason, with those kind of toxins, I said I didn't want that on my skin. So and also there's a powder. When I tried talking about color, I would try to find something that will help the color apply and stick to the lips, to find out what is used in lipstick. And this particular powder, I don't know if it's a nitrate, it is actually carcinogenic. So I said, no, if you breathe it, it's carcinogenic. So I said, no, I'm not putting that in my products. So the only thing for color I use is mica, MICA, which is mineral based. And even then, I'm really specific about what I use. So yeah, those are some of the things to think about. Toxins, what's going in, seeping into your body through your lips.
That's amazing. I'm glad that we had this interview. So before we go, I want to again share with the people about how they can get on the show, um, what they can do to be a part of the show. So we have advertisement right now on the show. Get to it. All right. Let's see. Share screen. So yes, so right now we got advertisement. You can advertise in our magazines for as low as $50, but I'm offering the first 10 people, you get a chance to advertise for free at no charge. And with the interview, if you want to be advertised on our actual live chat show that we're doing right now, it's just a simple donation. For the first 10 people, it's just a simple donation of whatever amount that you can donate. And the reason why we're doing this because we all are small business owners. We all had to transition. COVID made it to where, we all got used to working from home and creating different ideas for ourselves to grow our own business. So we're giving you an opportunity to actually get on a live. We're streamed on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, or, and you can also connect to your own people as well. When you do the interview, you can actually invite your people as well on your social media platforms and advertise. We have advertising in our magazine starting as low as $50. $50. Not only is that a image of your flyer, but that's also links and YouTube videos that goes along with your flyer. So it's not just your average advertisement. This is an active magazine where people can click and buy. It's a click and buy magazine. So it's as low as $50 to get into the magazine, as well as the first 10 people get to advertise completely free. The first 10, and it's first come, first serve. So you guys got to jump in. So again, I want to thank Janice for coming on the show. And I want to, also offer other people a chance to come on the show as well. Why is that showing that? Yeah, so I'm excited about interviewing you guys, learning more about your business and how we can support you. Don't forget about supporting Janice business, Vegan Lip Care. All the harmful products that's in most of the lip care products is not in her product. So please go and check it out. Give your lips a little bit of life. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Again, this is today's Focus with Crystal, sponsored by the Newsome Awards. Thank you so much to King Dr. Newsome for being one of our major sponsors of the talk show. Shout out to everybody who's in the Newsome Kingdom, kings and queens, and the royal family. Thank you guys for supporting us. Again, if you want to advertise in our magazine, we have a health magazine. We have a music magazine. We have a truth magazine, which is our health magazine. It's called The Truth. So I'm going to put that up one more time so you guys can see. So it's called The Truth Magazine. And then we have our cannabis magazine as well. So if you're in the cannabis industry, we love to advertise you. We have our DMV vendor magazine. So if you're a local vendor in the DMV and you're looking for advertisement in our DMV vendor magazine starts as low as $25. And again, the first 10 people who sign up, who reach out to me from seeing this video, say, hey, I saw your offer on your YouTube Live or your Facebook Live. You get your advertisement for free, and that goes into our bookcase. So yeah, thank you so much again for watching. Again, my name is Crystal Hughes, and it's today's Focus with Crystal. You guys have a wonderful day, and again, don't forget about supporting Janice. Get that vegan lip balm today, and you can go to her website. You can go to her website on Etsy's. She have her Etsy website. For some reason, the images are not showing, but you go on there, click on it. I'm sure it'll work for you. So just support. Thank you guys again. You are awesome people for supporting, and we look forward to supporting your business and actually getting you on the show as well. So Janice, one more time, tell the people how they can support you. They can buy from you, all that good stuff.
So you can go to Etsy, Charmaine Shop, or you can jump onto calendly.com, Janice Weir Jameer, and book yourself a call, and we can talk about your business and where we can take it from, because it's not about lips alone, it's how to get a winning smile for business and recreation.
Yes, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Janice, for joining the show, and we look forward to supporting your business. You have an awesome day.